Hey guys, what's going on? This is Cheynee180 and
Chamba.
Jshot.
Mr. Junior.
And you're watching an all-new episode of Chatmigos.
Chamba! Tried to get a solid spit take. I just thought of that where Rebecca said.
Amazing.
Is there like a towel there? Or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, all my shit's wet. Don't worry about it.
Oh, good. Good.
That was good. That was gold. That was gold.
As we do for a cheap laugh.
Oh, we
I
gotta
know.
update the
It's
thing.
not cheap.
Yeah.
Not cheap.
It's not cheap at all.
I'm sure something's ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, Mr. Junior, how are you?
I'm good. Oh, my dad does not have cancer. It's fantastic. I
Oh,
took the day
that's
off
great.
today to take him. Yeah, he had bladder cancer. They've been doing like post screens, and they found some shapes on his cysts on his kidneys, and nothing cancerous, which is great. So
That's good.
another
Thank
checkup
you.
in 6 months. 6 months. I'm happy to wait.
All right.
Yay!
That's great to hear.
Love it.
That's great to hear.
I agree.
Jshot, how are you doing?
I'm a little wet, but outside of that, pretty good. You know,
I wonder
it's
how.
my own damn fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Chamba,
wonder
how are
why.
you?
I'm doing all right. We got some toy news to talk about, of course, as always. But you know, it's all good. Cheynee, how goes?
Oh, I'm not too bad. I am not too bad. I lost my fish yesterday, guys.
Wait,
Yeah.
it like do fish have personalities? I've always heard things.
This one did. Like I would like go up and like just kind of like wiggle my finger at the tank and he'd get all wild and he would jump up out of the water and like yeah. He
How long
lived.
do you have it for?
I think it's like almost over 3 years or right around
That's-
3 years.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of fish
Yeah.
was it?
I think it's like a little guppy or something. And just a little bitty guy. Like he was probably no bigger than that. But I went to go feed him yesterday. I'm like, where you at, bud? Where are you? I don't see you. I'm
Okay.
looking in the tank and I don't see him anywhere. And I'm like, oh, well, I think that's it. So I
Well, at
kept
least he went on
checking.
his own terms.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, he had a nice long life for a fish. So yeah.
Like you didn't have other fish with him, right?
No, he was all by himself and just completely happy in there. It was
That
great.
explains the 3 years, to be honest.
Mhm.
Yeah. He had a good long life. So I'm not.
Well, he's in a better
Or
place.
went out for, no, sorry.
Yeah,
This,
you already have
Yeah. Machu, how are you doing?
Oh,
I'm doing good. What's up? Sorry, I'm late.
no, no, it's all good.
Machu?
No, it's all good. Thank you for
Oh,
joining
wow.
us.
There we go.
Yeah. I don't know if Lago's going to make it tonight or not. I haven't heard from him. Has anyone heard from him?
Update the opening.
We did see him over the weekend. He actually had a really nice moment at the NJ ToyCon there. He was selling stuff, and I don't know, like what would you say, Matt? Oh, you weren't there. I'm sorry. It was Sunday when I went. Probably like a 3-4-year-old kid was like dressed as Vegeta, like had the
That's awesome.
chest piece and everything.
That's
And Lago
awesome.
just like gave that kid a
Oh.
Vegeta figure that he had.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
Nice.
What a great guy.
Yeah.
Cool.
A
What a
Prince
great
of
guy
Saiyan
that-
for a Prince of Saiyans.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
Oh,
Yeah. Be sure to go sub to Lago's channel. And if you're
Yep.
not following him on IG, Lago_figs. So go do that. Go show our man Lago some love. You know.
Figs with a Z.
Yes, with a Z. Indeed. But we have no guest tonight, so there's gonna be a lot of toy talk.
Lovely.
But before we get into
Yay.
all of that, let's check in with our wonderful Chatmigos. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here, and we thank you for that. So be sure to hit that thumbs up, share with your friends, let them know that we're here. We're talking toys tonight. A lot to talk about. And without further ado, we've got Mark Roses in the house. Borat Takeover is here. Rick Jones. What is up, Rick Jones?
Jones.
Paul Morales is also in the house. Grumps. What is up, Grumps? Brick Something joining us as well. Hushmigo Blunt Force Honesty is here. Thank you for joining us. Toy Rensu. Zio Adams is also here. We've got Undead Werewolf Sean. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Let's see, Paul. Gears and Sprocket is also a member of the Hush Migos today. Thank you for joining us. KJ Smith is also in the house. Vader Sug, Hush Migo ended up as well. Stormfire Blizzard is in the house. Thank you for joining us. Juan Mega Man Puerto Rico is also here. Jurassic Jesser. What's up, Jesse?
well done.
We got Petro 504 is here. Let's see. Stormfire comes. Brad Harper. What is up, Brad
Yo.
Harper? AJ Stormfire. Omega Weapon 13. Lago Prince of Land. Exactly. Francisco Hernandez is here. Matthew. Thank you.
Yo.
All right. So as I said before, hit those thumbs up. Let everybody know. And let's see. Shall we do another hot seat on ourselves?
I mean, we could, or we could just get right into toys. It's up to you.
I want to
what
know
is it?
more about me.
You want to know more about yourself?
Should we just
It's
put
up
Junior
to
in
the
the
chat.
just put Junior in the hot seat?
Okay, that works.
Let's not.
You volunteered.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Well, we could just get into the toys, unless the chat says otherwise, but I'll go ahead and share the screen anyway.
I feel the toy news will reveal all they need to know about us.
Okay.
What we're into, what we don't
It's all
like.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll hear the word "pass" used quite a few times
Mhm.
today.
Yeah.
Or garbage.
Or that's garbage.
Yeah.
All right. So if you missed Thursday night show, go check it out. It was a good time. It was myself and Chamba and Ernie and Augie. Let's see. We didn't force Ernie to open anything, even though we really wanted him to.
We did, but you know,
It was too nice, though.
it was.
Yeah,
It
it was too nice of a box. Yeah.
But I mean, I told him, I'm like, you don't have to destroy the box to open it. You can
That's true.
just- you know what
Well,
I mean?
When I sent that super chat to open that Maximum Spider-Man, I
Right.
didn't want him to rip it open. He could.
I know, but in his mind, rip it open means destroy it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like,
Well, to be fair, no, it's not necessarily even that. It's in his mind, the second that like anything is opened on it, like
it's
open,
worthless. Yeah.
it's already destroyed. So he might as well
Mhm.
just destroy it.
Aye,
I guess.
it's all or nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So for those who may not know the inside joke here, on the thumbnail. You want to go ahead and let them know about that, Jshot?
Oh, I mean, this is the best thumbnail that could ever be done. So but yeah, this comes from Chuck wanting uppies. Chuck always forcing Beast to carry him around, even though he's got his own friggin' hover chair.
Yeah.
But yeah, unbelievable. This came out so good though. Like you really did a good job on this. So.
It's
And
like
it's
that
always
Dave Chappelle
Beast.
sketch of like
Chuck
Dave
wants
Chappelle.
uppies.
It's always Beast. Like look at Nightcrawler
is.
in the background. He's just as blue and and furry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not as big. He's not as big and cuddly.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's not as-
He likes
and
he likes the
Rhodes
warmth.
the strong one.
He likes
He
the
likes the
warmth,
warmth. Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
can't like snuggle in to Nightcrawler.
No.
Yeah,
And he
Junior
smells like
said-
Bamf, right?
Right.
Bam.
Yeah,
But Rogue's the strong one. Why isn't she carrying him?
I don't know. Yeah, for
She's
some
not covered
reason,
in fur. Or at
Again,
least
it's
not
the
where we
it's
can
the
see it.
warmth.
Yeah.
It's the
Mhm.
warmth.
yeah, he wants to be,
I
held
accept
by
Yeah.
a big stuffed animal. So
It's like a
just
warm
big
blanket.
blue, big blue
Who
stuffed
doesn't?
animal.
I mean, really. Who
Hank, pick me up now.
It reminds me of a Chappelle show when he used to do Making the Band and he was Diddy. And he would just like act like he's passed out and someone would have to drag him.
Had to get yep.
Right.
Yeah, it's just funny
So
because it's
good.
like Beast mentality is not like the muscle kind of guy. Like you don't even really see Colossus hold him hardly ever either. It's always
No.
Beast. It's like
Well, Colossus is like it's cold.
cold and metal.
Yeah. Again, Beast. It makes
I think
sense why
Colossus,
he
like,
chooses
threw
Beast. Yeah.
Colossus does a
It just
basketball
makes
special with him.
sense. It just
He's
makes
just
sense. why.
dangling behind. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I love the fact that this head sculpt came with that other Xavier, so he's just completely smiling and happy.
It's perfect use.
It's such a weird head sculpt. Like unless you're gonna do this with
What do you
it.
mean
what else-
weird?
There's no other use for it. than
Smiling
this.
professor
Perfect. It's perfect.
for
For
this,
what?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for this.
Yeah, but his smells like Mr. Burns and Avril Lavigne. There's like evil behind it. Or like Stephanie McMahon.
Those are random names.
Yeah,
What a combination!
Yeah.
yeah. You gotta
I don't know
kinda
who should be
like
offended
I'm
more,
happy.
Avril Lavigne or Mr. Burns
Yeah.
that you combine.
that. Yeah.
them.
What
yeah.
did both
It's
of them
true.
do to you? Yeah.
I'd rather not talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Fair
Well, there's
enough.
my
Well,
hot seat
That would've been
question
a-
next
yeah,
time.
that would have been a hot seat question.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Who hurt you?
Yeah. And why
Yeah.
was it Mr. Burns and Avril Lavigne?
Yeah. And was it
I'm
separate
just
occasions
saying
or was it
when they
one?
smile, there's nothing warm.
Oh, it's
Mm.
just a creepy smile. Okay.
Yeah, no, when they smile, it's like they're just baring their teeth.
Yeah, okay. I get that. Also, like this head sculpt does kind of have that the same vibe when Wednesday Addams smiled in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Great smile.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah. All right. Well, enough with that. It was a fun thumbnail, and yes, we'll have to let's see those Checkwan uppy shots, everybody. Let's see that. But let's move along here. Mr. Junior, where do we go?
Oh my gosh. Can we go to scroll up? I thought I saw, is that Jonathan or Joseph Joestar on the right there? All right. Yep.
Nice.
So, okay. So this is just more of the same, I guess. Oh, I guess
Nope.
not. Oh, missed these pictures. Okay.
Mhm.
So these are clearly SH figure arts of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Making me super happy. I missed all the other action statues that they had put out through Medicos. This is awesome. What show is this?
It's
that's
it's displayed in the Akihabara station. Tamashi.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's what they said. They were going to have it on display. These are the first samples. Obviously, not all of them are actual action figures. Like you could tell with the Jotaro, he's just glued together. There's like so many pieces that you could see. It's like, yeah, that doesn't move yet. But the sculpts
Now,
are basically.
is it
there.
just those three, or
Yeah, no,
do
they
all
just have
six
the
of them?
three. They just have the three for now. But I don't know if they're going to be updating it, but it wouldn't shock me if they did.
I'm actually curious if they're going to do things like as people might know, there's what they would call Araki. Hirohiko Araki is the creator. And one thing that you see in a lot of his artwork, especially it being black and white, was people would, I guess, designate color palettes as what they would want the characters to look like. And there's what are termed Haraki specified colors. And I'm curious to see like what a lot of these will happen. Like Jono Giovanna, especially because he was wearing predominantly navy, as you'd see in the manga, and then all of a sudden when they moved him to the anime, he was all of a sudden wearing pink, which is the was like the second variant of the Medicos action statue version. So it's actually really interesting to see if they're gonna go with their own. I'm curious if everything. I'm assuming everything's going to be under Iraqi's direction, but I'm kind of curious to see how these different.
Everything is always under his direction. Yeah.
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 Good. Yeah, these look amazing. I'm definitely all in. I'm just very nervous with the tariffs and stuff like that. I'm like, I need to run to Canada to get these. I'm hoping we have a Tamashi store in New York in a year's time.
Mm.
Don't they have it? Isn't there a Tamashi store in New York?
Yeah, in Broadway.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully they can get them in.
I hope so too.
All right. Machi, what are your thoughts on these?
I really don't do this show, so I don't really know the characters. They look cool.
So you hate them.
Cut his mic.
I don't hate them. You know what?
We'll be right back.
I hate them.
Yeah.
No, I think they look cool. I would, since I don't have any attachment to these characters, I would actually look to see if I can use some for like customs.
Kit bash. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Woof. Spend $80 on a kit bash. Oh, that's awesome.
I've spent more.
If they are going to be $80,
This is
More or less, yeah.
yeah. This
Yeah.
is we're talking to a member of Oil Prince
Customs,
Customs here. Yeah.
Let me introduce you to a little site called Temu.
Yeah. No.
No,
Machu
is
and
actually not the cheapest.
Machu is
now,
the
so.
second. Yeah, the second member of Oil Prince Customs.
I'm after that title for the first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Who is the first?
Adam.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like my second Mr. Burns reference. That's like when he was like, remember what's your social security number? 000000002. Damn you, Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Jshot, what do you think of these? He's doing the John Cena. A lot of John Cena talk tonight. Before
say
the show. Outside of that, remember when we said, "Hey, you're going to learn a lot about us from the toys that we pick"? Yeah, I have no idea what this is.
Okay.
Got his mic.
Looks great. Yeah. I'm with Machu. I hate them. No,
I was gonna say, so you hate them too.
I love it.
When you guys decide to watch this, can you let me know? Because I like to watch people watch stuff for the first time. It fills my heart.
Okay.
Do you want to see me actually watching it? Like,
yes, he wants to watch you watch it.
All right, cool.
It's like watching the first feeling of something amazing all over again. You can't do it, yourself. I'll bring Casey Jones over. It'd be great.
Perfect.
All right. Chamba, what are your thoughts?
They look great. It's cool that they're finally showing it off. Hopefully that means that we'll get some pre-order information soon. I know there's a lot of talk in regards to the way they look, and it's like, yeah, some people would prefer that they look like the actual illustrations of the time, but looking at these now, I think what they're going for is a more unified look, which I think is the smarter way to go, because they are all set in the same universe. Why wouldn't you want them to look like they're part of the same universe? His art style changed throughout, the decades that he's been working on it, and you could actually see it in the manga. So the fact that they all look like, okay, that's like grandpa, dad, son type stuff. You know what I mean? Like the bloodline is there. You could see it. They look like they fit within the same universe. And I think the sculpts look fantastic. I'm really looking forward to see what they do with this, how far they'll go. I know mentioned earlier, it's like the color choices. They could easily just redo every single character with just new colors. I mean, Medicos has been doing that for like exclusives and whatnot. And in a way, that's kind of the beautiful thing about this, because you could do your convention exclusives and you don't have to make them full retail. They could be the exclusive. You know what I mean? And they'll still sell because yeah, there's so many possibilities as far as like the color options and whatnot goes. I'm also curious now in regards to the stands. Obviously, that's looking way beyond what they've actually shown, but as far as what they've shown, they look fantastic. And I don't know if I'm going to end up picking up a couple, but I'll most likely pick up a couple. That's just, yeah, it's how it's going to go. I hate it, but I love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's so much cool stuff.
There's too many.
Indeed.
Well, there's a lot of us that got in late on this, and people really embraced it during the anime portion. So, looking back in a Medicos, you're looking at hundreds of dollars per release. So, this is a fantastic jumping off point for anyone who's even casually into this line. And hell, my brother can get into One Piece. I could do this. Okay.
Yeah.
Let us have the things.
Also, I mean, at this point too, you don't know whether or not people who are a fan of the actual property will start selling some of the older stuff because of this. So who knows? So if you are interested in some of that, the price is either, it's hard to tell whether or not the people will sell them for more than what they are now. But yeah, it's in the end of the day, you've got way more options, and that's kind of the beauty of it. You could either take it or leave it. If you're a fan of something, the options there.
You can pick. Yeah, you can pick. Yeah, I'm only familiar with this guy and this guy, and I haven't quite gotten to this guy yet. So I'm still very, very early on. I guess I should probably pick back up with watching Jojo. And
that's interesting that you said that, though, because the third one was what many of us were introduced to because of the OVAs and the Capcom fighting game.
Yeah, I just kind of like I guess I was interested in it because like people talk about it all the time, and I don't know anything about Jojo or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So I started watching the first season, and I was like, okay. And then I stopped for a long time, and then I picked it up again, and I started watching, I guess, the next part of the story with the second guy. And I got almost to the end of that one, and I haven't got to this guy yet. So I'm definitely going to have to I guess keep watching and see. Like I even looked up, like I'm like, okay, this is weird because there's like characters that like don't fit in correctly, or it just things were weird. So I looked at like the way the story was, I guess, the outline of it or whatever, and they kind of jump around to different things. So I just gotta watch it and see. But the figures, back to the figures here, I think they look pretty cool, actually. Like, I think they're going to be able to move very well, and yeah, they're definitely going to get me on a couple of these for sure.
Yeah, if you see the main picture of Jonathan, that's the hallmark of the line is the posing. Yep, his style was very Fist of the North Star influence in the beginning, as you can clearly tell.
Which makes you think, man, they would really knock Fist of the North Star figures out the park.
Yeah, they do.
Medicos already did it. They've done some as well. So, and that one is more in line with their JoJo's figures. But yeah, cool stuff.
Yeah, no, they look cool. I'll definitely be. I'll have an eye on them for sure. I can definitely say I'll probably pick up at least a couple. So, all right, let's go ahead and move along here. Machu, where are we going to go next?
Let's go with that Cyborg Superman.
You got it. All right. Daddy Mac is back at it again.
Yeah, he's cooking.
With Cyborg Superman.
This looks really good compared to like the first release, which I still have in box, just in a pile. Damn. When Lago posted this, I was like, where is it? Where can I pre-order this? And and then like the last one I checked was GameStop, because then I went back and then I saw on my feed that McFarlane said it was a GameStop pre-order.
Oh.
And then I went to GameStop.
Jade, right?
For what?
That and Jade, right?
I think so. But like I put this in my cart on GameStop, and as I was checking out, it said it's sold out.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. I'm so pissed. Because this looks really good.
Because I think he could probably, if you have the listing, he could probably see if he could do a web and store thing.
Yeah, I was gonna just stop by one of the GameStops and see if I can just
it won't be
impossible at the store. but this looks really good. It looks like a new mold too, compared to like there is some reuse, I think, in the legs.
Mhm.
I think that might be the Hush Superman legs. I'm not sure, but that torso looks pretty new.
That torso looks new, right? It just
Yeah.
looks. There's something about it.
Yeah, it looks rad. Like he's cooking now when everybody knows.
I know. Well, because he knows. He's like
Yeah.
the kitchen's closing.
Yeah.
Get it all out.
And I have the Silver Age Superman. He looks great too. So
Oh, pair it up with that one.
yeah.
Let's see. Aha.
Yeah, that does look good.
Yeah.
That does look
Yeah.
good. What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a neck.
The classic
Mhm.
too. The classic Superman.
And he's got a
Yeah, the
wired
head
cape.
sculpt looks great.
He moves around really well. Don't have to mod him that much.
Can't help yourself though.
Yeah.
That much.
That's right.
Yeah, because like I missed out on the Mafex Superman, like all
The
the
Hush
like,
one.
yeah, well, I have the Hush one, but I don't
Hmm.
have like all the other like Cyborg,
Oh yeah,
Eradicator.
right.
And- So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just wait for McFarlane's versions.
Dude, I had an extra Cyborg one for the longest time. I wish you would have told me.
Yeah, but I don't want to go back. I don't want to go down that line.
Okay, that's fair.
Backtrack.
Oh,
That's
really?
totally fair. That's totally
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that they're coming out. I know Superboy is releasing
He's out.
soon.
She's shipping soon.
Mine just
actually, yeah.
shipped. Thank you very much.
He
Where'd
looks
you order
really
from?
good too.
He does.
That looks amazing.
Where'd you order from, Junior?
CD Japan.
Oh, okay.
I think him and Scarecrow shipped.
Okay. I thought
Nice.
Scarecrow
Yeah.
came out already.
I think they waited for both to come together. And ship them
I
at
see.
once.
I see.
All right. Well, what are your thoughts on this, Junior?
Glad I got my facts. That's my thought. Listen, McFarlane was fine, and I like what he done. And yeah, that Superman, you guys hit the nail on the head. Too little, too late. You waited last year to pull out all the big guns, and it's really, really sad because this is the type of stuff that would have been my bread and butter. And that's why I would go. I'm a much bigger DC fan. I'm from the Super Friends days, so I'm a big DC fan versus comparative to Marvel. And I would just say I would probably this is the stuff that would have gotten me in. And that Superman, I actually had it in my possession in my car, and I was like, oh, broke the drought on McFarlane stuff, and I just wound up selling it to my friend who at the time was looking for it because it's like too little, too late. I do like the Mafex stuff because they do these little pocket versions. So like you're gonna get characters from Hush or characters from the Death and Rebirth of Superman, and I think that's a really neat way to get a nice little capsule collection.
Mhm.
So I'm already at Superboy, and I'm happy with it. Ever since it's on McFarlane stuff, it was nice because I usually buy everything, and it was nice to have the frame of mind going, I'm just gonna wait for the next person. This is not your scale. And at the time, I felt like these toys would explode when exposed to air compared to other McFarlane toys, and they just got their act together, and I'm like, I'm not going in now. But I
Okay.
will say this figure is beautiful. I wish he had these, these people working on the stuff in the beginning of the line, back when it was like random John Stewart Green Lantern and weird Harley Quinn and 19 Batmans.
Fair enough. Jshot?
I don't really Superman. I will say though, I was over at Matchu's the other day playing with the classic one that he has. It's a really good figure. So if it moves half as well as this one, it'll be really good. The toy photography though on this is phenomenal. Like,
Phenomenal.
Oh, it
Yeah.
sells it, dude. It definitely
yeah, I don't know
sells
who
it.
shot it, but yeah, it's incredible. But yeah, it's gonna be a pass for me, but it looks great.
Okay. Chamba?
Yeah, this one looks fantastic. I didn't like from the shots. I didn't know it was a McFarlane. I think that's kind of how great this thing looks. It photographs incredibly well, is what I mean.
Yes.
Sculpts look fantastic. As far as like the design goes too, it feels like it's, I don't know, like he's improving now, which is kind of crazy. Like this might be one of the best things I've seen from McFarlane in a while. But it might just be part of the design of the character, because I think the Mafex release also was absolutely beautiful.
Mhm.
Just this, I guess, working with this character, it's just you have to put your A game on. But no, this one looks fantastic. I think they killed it.
Agreed. I had to do a double take when I saw the pictures. I was like, who's making this? Like, oh, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a Daddy Mac. This is a Daddy Mac right here. And I was like, oh, okay, there's the big thick wire in the cape. Okay, yeah, it's a Daddy Mac. But other than that, like, I'm very impressed with this. Very impressed. It looks great. Like, these shots definitely sell it a lot.
Mhm.
But overall, it looks killer. You know, Junior brought up a point. He wished that this is what they looked like initially when they had started the line. And I got to say, I agree with you. This would have been, imagine if they jumped out the gate with stuff like this.
Oof.
And
With the
where they
shots,
would be.
with the molds.
Yeah, then think about where they would be now.
And he really nailed how a cape sits. Like, I love superpowers, but it was always like the little U-shaped clip around the neck, and that's fine for what that was. But like, he even has where they tuck in at the right spots, and it's like, ugh.
Mhm.
It is you guys are all right. It is a beautiful piece, but not at this stage, unfortunately for me.
Look how cool he looks there.
He
Mhm.
does.
He's
Born Tatum
enormous.
mentioned.
It's wicked.
Oh, sorry, good. I didn't mean to step on your channel.
Yeah.
So. Born Tatum mentioned the thigh swivel. Do you think that he will on the robotic leg have it there because it actually like fits? No,
I don't know.
Probably not.
No,
Most
it doesn't.
likely not.
So
Yeah, it
usually
doesn't
with
look like it.
the thigh swivel, it's just hindered because of the cheek.
Yeah, I was gonna say
there is an actual thigh swivel in there.
there is
like
there's
Mop
always
X.
a thigh swivel in there. It's very
Got it.
minimal. It's there, but like it gets hindered by the sculpt, and I'm like,
the-
why are you doing
yeah,
this, McFarlane?
by the
I don't
cheek.
get it.
got it.
Mhm.
It's not even just McFarlane. I never understood
By
the
the
whole
cheek.
like the undies have to be its own piece. Like, I don't understand the logic. You make a toy super articulated, and then you put it on pieces that are deliberately hindering said articulation.
It's
Like,
not
I
the
don't
it's not the
understand, like-
under it's not the
It's not
underwear
the
that's
underwear.
hindering
It's
it.
the actual his cheek.
His
on the thigh.
cheek on the thigh.
Oh, but my position still stands on that because the question always becomes like 30. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Changed his mind real quick.
No. I'm thrilled, but I'm just saying, like, no. I did not change my mind because I have classics figures from He-Man, and I always wonder about, like, people say 10, 20, 30 years when that pliable plastic potentially gets more brittle. Like, you know, the longevity of it's always called into question.
Okay, fair enough.
Just saying.
We got the one and only Dario in the chat.
Oh,
He says, "Good evening, fellas. Long time member, few times watcher. Hope you all doing well." Junior.
Nice onesie.
Yeah. He loves being a turtle. What can I say?
Who
What
doesn't?
can I say? Yeah.
Man, I wonder who's gonna be at Toy Fair next year, man. Half these companies aren't even gonna be here.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, for this, if I see it in person, I might pick it up. I'm not gonna lie. Like I have 3 Daddy Mac figures. I've got the Cassandra Cain Batgirl and Batzarro and Bizarro. So he'll fit in perfectly with those 3.
yep.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and move along. Jshot, where are we going to go next?
I mean, we were just talking about turtles, so let's go to the only turtle thing that's on.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. This went up for pre-order today. Yeah, I was gonna say too. Your mention about Rolene set the chat down a rabbit hole of
Yeah.
It's really good now. So we'll have to check her out. We'll Google after the show. We got to see this at was it Toy Fair?
Toy Fair.
Comic-Con, one of them. Yeah,
Toy Fair.
looked
Correct.
great in person. It was actually cool to see the loadout today. I think we're getting 3 head sculpts with it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 head
Oh.
sculpts.
4.
4?
If you include
4.
if you
Wow,
Yeah,
you're
that's
right.
true.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, so 3 additional head sculpts.
Mm-hmm.
Not much else,
Okay.
but I mean the head sculpt. What else do you need on this, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, price stayed the same. I think it was like $40. So it's the shipping and the tax that'll kill you on this one. But yeah,
Well,
looks great.
Is this pinless?
It's,
it's a NECA, so no.
That's not true.
Aren't
Because there are
Keep them.
pinless. The wrestling turtles are pinless.
I was gonna say, aren't the
That's true.
sometimes they're like pinless on the what's it called? Like on the
Shredder is
arms, not
pinless,
the
too.
legs. Shredder is
Look at
pinless,
that.
yeah. Oh.
Wait, is he?
Yeah.
And wrestling turtles were
Okay.
Archie,
Yeah.
and this fits in the Archie
Ooh.
line. So,
Lovely.
but,
Okay. Mr. Junior, what are your thoughts?
Pre-ordered 3. As you know, Augie's favorite character is April O'Neil in this particular brand. Oh, forgot there was a 4th ad. Should have gotten 4. But I will say this: if you guys are buying other Turtles figures, so it's currently up for pre-order at the NECAstore.com. It's a Q3 release. So if you pre-order anything else or purchase anything else within the same purchase, just note that they're going to ship everything together. But I will say I'm really bummed I missed the Mirage Leatherhead. The loadout's interesting. I think it's a one-shot story. I saw her with a. If you go back to the accessories loadout, because okay, good, okay, because she was holding that barrel of toxic waste, and I was like, why did she have that in one of the pictures for? It's neat to give her like a white color. The sword is appropriate. She's got the beak, which I've been waiting for the turtles with the beaks, and I love the Archie stuff. I will say, if you guys do going and get her on the NECA website, and you guys have issues about the shipping, I actually went in. It became very expensive. I found like a bunch of other things I didn't pre-order, like April and Casey's daughter with the motorcycle and a few other pieces. Shredder is a vampire, and the shipping I think was like $23 for me. And then when I knew a friend needed something, I kept adding and removing pieces, and it always stayed at 23. So
Okay.
I just wound up actually doing a bigger order because shipping didn't really change after a certain period. But we're very, very excited to get this piece.
Okay. Machu?
This looks cool. Not the April that I'm used to seeing. A bit too green, maybe just a little.
Not enough yellow.
Not enough yellow, exactly. So if you scroll back to the other pictures, I think you do notice that they are pinless, and it makes me wonder if they are gonna re-release those Toon Turtles as pinless versions, right?
Yeah,
They've
money,
got
dude.
to.
Money.
They've got
for
to.
sure.
There's too
Yeah.
many iterations of turtles they haven't done yet where they could incorporate those pinless bodies. You have the Archie style turtles,
Mhm.
regular, and then you have the Red Sky turtles from seasons 8 through 10. And then everyone's been saying the same thing. Do the turtles with the beaks based on the 5-part miniseries. And for me, the turtles are actually the tallest figure. They're actually the only figures in their own collection that are not in scale. They should be just a little shorter. So
Mhm.
any excuse to create a new body to make them a little shorter than the rest, that would be awesome.
And we got to see the Stan Sakai turtles too, right? That are
Yeah,
coming out. That's
Those
yeah,
look really good.
they look great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't order this, but if I see her in Target, I might pick it up.
Nice.
Right. Chamba.
The sculpt looks fantastic on this. I do like the thing that I really like that NECA does well is when they incorporate the actual comic lines. They really know where to apply it
Mhm.
and just enough of it so that it's not too distracting and it really does give that whole comic book effect.
Mhm.
Like the one on the nose, it could have been really bad if handled differently, but it's very effective. Like it's not distracting and it makes sense with what the character is. I think, I'm not really that familiar with this one shot or the comic that this took place in, but I think as a figure, it looks great.
I'm with you on the lines. I was very late to the party on the black lines. And it was that and the cell shading. I felt like I have an action figure. I can trust the sculpt. I think the cell shading has died down significantly, but I've grown to really appreciate the lines. That's actually a very germane comment to make for sure.
Yeah, no, this looks really cool. I'm not I'm not necessarily collecting this line, but it's awesome for like people like you, Junior, that love the Archie stuff. So it's like this goes right in the collection. And I mean, I never knew about this turtle or this version of April until this year. So it's like that's cool that you guys are getting it. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the quality of the figure goes. I mean, it's what the stock standard, what they've been doing. So it looks great. It looks really, really good. Not for me, but it does look really nice.
Cool.
But I'll
I like-
probably
You're
pass on
right,
this
Cheney.
one.
Like half the NECA, seriously, because you have a figure that's like a D-lister, one shot. You don't know where the audience is, but man, do they put 110% into every release?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you could tell they put a lot of work into this, so it's awesome. But let's keep it moving here. Chamba.
Go to the Figma Chill Chuck from Delicious in Dungeon. It's the middle one right there.
You got it.
Yeah. So Laos is already out in Japan. This is from a series called Delicious in Dungeon. There's been an anime. There's been one season. The manga is complete. That's showing 3 of them so far. They've shown a prototype of the fourth member of their team. But yeah, this one is up for pre-order. It's a Figma. It's a Good Smile Figma, so prices are kind of, Figma priced. This one's really interesting for me because Figma lately have been doing the swivel hinge for the elbow,
Mhm.
the disc hinge style thing, and it's odd because it's not like they can't use the regular Figma joint for it, and I'm just wondering if it's due to it's most likely cheaper to do it this way, but it's just odd for me for Figma as far as a company, like Good Smile as far as the company goes, going back to this old school format of actually doing hinges on action figures. I'm not really sure if I like it. I've seen some releases that they've done recently where some characters would have it, but the QC hasn't been the greatest. It'd either be loose or it'd pop off. Of course, they would exchange it for you, if you have an issue with it. But
Mhm.
I do like that, though, the whole internal breakdown. They've been doing this
That's
a lot
cool.
recently where they're showing off what it looks like inside.
Yeah.
As far as the figure goes, though, I think it looks good. It's kind of a little disappointing these days to see Good Smile Figma have only bare minimum 3 faceplates, whereas back in the day, it feels like they used to do a lot more with it.
We used to get
But
5 or 6, right?
that's what it's almost like them and Bandai have kind of gone opposite, whereas SH figures these days seem to have 4 or 5 on average. But this looks great, and it's this whole series is kind of tempting because I do love the manga. I actually did a reread of it. Fantastic story. The anime is incredibly fun. If you haven't checked it out, and I like the accessories that he comes with. These expressions, it works with the character. It's just, I'm just wondering why they're going back on certain things as far as the articulation cuts or what their choices are for the engineering. Like the elbows are just, it's odd to me because they could have easily just used a regular Figma style joint for that, but opting out of it, it's whereas they've gone with the double knees now, so it's like they almost removed the Figma joint from the elbows and just gave him the double knees. So it's but Laos is out right now. He looks fantastic.
Okay. Mr. Junior?
Yeah, I like it. I don't know. For me, with regards to the joints, I feel like if it does everything the character needs to do, not everyone needs to be a ninja, and that's just sort of like
it's not articulation, by the way, that I've got issues with. It's the quality control of it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
okay.
because this particular joint
elbows...
has had issues recently, and that's why I was like, whereas the previous style joint, barely any issues with that. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm wondering why.
Well, I hope they understand the feedback. I mean, clearly they're still behind the implementation of said joint. But I'm sure they'll take their notes. And I remember seeing a lot of their stuff that they were doing with Zelda and Link, and boy, do they really break down a piece till they get it right. So I mean, I do have faith in terms of their executions by and large. I did actually watch the first 2 episodes of this anime. I thought it was really charming. It was recommended by a colleague. I do have to sit back and watch the rest of the series. Is the manga completely? Is it completely concluded?
It's finished. Yeah. The manga was finished last year, I believe, mid last year. Yeah. It's great. Story's fantastic, but that's why I'm really looking forward to how they animate it. Totally.
Yeah, they come up with some really, really amazing ideas. Creativity in this world, it really isn't dead yet, and this anime is actually proof of that. Yeah, it looks awesome. If I was into this more, I probably would have already been on the ground floor and had the first couple of releases. But awesome for whoever's getting it. Again, I hope for the fans here in the United States that it becomes a way that's reasonably available.
They're not.
Go to Canada.
US, no, their prices are like US good small prices right now
are insane.
You have to
feel like it's
basically
Australia prices.
Well, and as far as numbers go, yeah, it feels like it. But if you want these, it's highly recommended to just order it from Japan.
No, a Chamba.
Yeah, that's you have to.
All right, Machu.
I don't know what this is. Looks interesting. With the joints, I was actually surprised you brought that up. Like the elbow joint, I noticed it has a pin in it too.
100%. Yes.
I'm like, what? Why are they going backwards?
It's only in the internal part. You don't see it on the outside, so it's only on the one side.
You could see it on the inside.
Yeah,
the inside elbow, right?
Mm-hmm.
But still, that's
why I was like, I don't get why they're doing this in a way.
But like at the same time, like we also talk about this with like Yamaguchi, like how they had the single joint for the knee.
Mm-hmm.
So this can actually get also the same amount of range, but like 100%. You said, that there is also some problems with it before in in Figma.
I'm sure they're like Junior mentioned, I'm sure they're actually correcting it. Because again, like if you do have an issue with it, you just have to contact them and they will replace it for you. Mm-hmm. But it'd be nice if they can just fine tune it prior to even shipping it out. You know what I mean?
You think his arms are up like that?
Yeah.
So his elbow doesn't fall off? They really are trying to get you to buy this thing.
Jshot, what are your thoughts?
No idea who this is. I think the treasure chest accessory is pretty cool. And Delicious in Dungeon is a great name for like a D&D themed restaurant. So that would be my take.
100%.
Well, this is plays on those tropes. So
yes, it is very much of that.
Big time. Yeah. I think it looks great. I haven't ordered the other two.
Yes. And
and I have watched the whole the first season.
Season 1. Yeah,
season 1, and I loved it, by the way. I loved it. It was great. Yeah.
It's really good. Highly recommend.
Yeah, definitely highly recommend. It's super fun. It was funny because in the beginning I was like telling a buddy of mine, I'm like, dude, like, man, it's very wholesome. It's awesome. You could probably watch it with your kids. It's great. And then I got a couple more episodes in. I'm like, pump the brakes on that one. It might be a little bit rough for like little kids. So
it gets pretty dark. Let's just say.
it gets pretty wild towards the middle of the first season. But still, with all of that, it's a really fun story. And I was actually telling Chamba when I was watching, and I was like, this is great, but I don't feel like I really need figures for this show. And then Rebel Tech showed off the character, and I was like, it was funny because I told him, I said, if they ever make a figure of this said character, I will buy that one. And then Rebel Tech saw, here you go. And I'm like,
the cat.
Yeah. But and I know myself, like that's a gateway, it's like, well, if I have that one, but I don't really I still don't think I need them. This looks great, by the way. Like he looks great with the other figures here. I'm sure people are going to love when they get like the whole team together. But yeah, I don't think I need the whole cast in figure form. The elbows, what was that?
The problem is, like, if you want the complete team, it's going to be like $500.
Yeah, it's very pricey. Yeah,
just because of how much things are going for these days.
Mm-hmm. It would have been pricey before that too.
Right.
But still, that's retail.
Yeah. Well, this is pre-shipping, by the way.
Yeah. So they look great. I've got to kind of like pick my lanes on some things. Like I'm collecting a bunch of other stuff, and I'm like, as cool as this is, I gotta pass on it.
Would you pick up like your favorite character from the series?
Probably.
So the Revoltech is Itsumi then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pick that one up. And maybe one other character, but that's
Denji?
probably it. He's tempting, but
He's old.
yeah. But yeah, this looks great. I got to pick a lane on these, and I can't buy these. They really nailed his face sculpts though.
You guys seem to be in the know.
Hmm.
What is the realm of possibility? Like, there's older anime, because yes, Cheynee brought up something like this isn't something immediately would have sprung to mind. Like, every anime needs some figures from Figma or Figure Arts. Would you guys buy figures for Ghost Stories?
No.
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 Interesting.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Well, that's
I would
like
for the sheer irony of it.
that's like even like Death Note. Death Note's even like a little bit like I don't really need figures for Death Note, but if someone put out some really good ones, maybe
I'd get
one
Ryuk
or two.
from
Yeah.
Death Note.
Yeah,
A really
Ryuk?
good Ryuk with like the book, maybe. Great, 'cause
Yeah.
then I could display them with whoever at that point.
Mhm.
But like L and Light, I'm like, nah, I'm good, dude.
Yeah, I would get Ryuk and Misa if they made Misa. So
Great design.
yeah. But with that, let's go ahead and
Your choice, mate.
oh wow. I got one this time. I never get to pick on this show. Oh, I
we'll
wasn't
pick for
prepared
you.
for that. Yeah. Oh, where do I want to go?
Oh, I see stuff.
Frogs.
There's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
It's
there is
definitely
a bunch of
Cheynee.
stuff.
Batman's are here.
Let's see. I guess let's talk about this Trunks. Since Lago isn't here, we'll talk about Dragon Ball.
There we go.
So this is Demoniacal Fit. So this is third-party Trunks here. And I already have the Tonson version of this. And it's funny that they're making a version of this Trunks, which means I only hope that one day we'll get a Bandai version.
Come on.
Like, this is my favorite look for Trunks. This is like,
Sure.
This is the one that it's my all-time favorite look, that the way Trunks looked. And this is from the BoJack movie.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. So this is great, but I already have the Tonson one, and right now I'm just waiting on the Bandai one. Hopefully they make this version. So yeah, as cool as this looks, I already own one, and yeah, I think I could pass on this. What about you, Mr. Junior?
No, I don't do Dragon Ball. I should. But it's a really cool toy. I love seeing stuff that's not Bandai, and it's just really cool to see a brand that gets so much love from all these other companies, and I would love to see other anime get this type of treatment. But he's a pretty cool release. I agree with you that the shot with him with the relaxed hair, with just grabbing a sword behind his back, that's pretty epic.
Mm-hmm. Machu, is this Trunks for you?
I shouldn't get it because I already have the Tonson one too.
Oh,
You realize I have so many DBZ, but like I never shoot it.
We don't see it. Yeah, we don't know.
It's
'Cause you
just,
don't
it's just
post it.
in a bin. It's in a bin. It's like, oh, this
Dang.
is cool. Throw it back in a bin. Don't want to lose any of the pieces. Damn it. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna get it.
Correct.
But you're not going to say you will.
so
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
tempted.
I'm tempted, but
Mhm.
I think the Tonson one is good enough, right?
That's where I'm at on it. I'm like,
It's good for those that don't have that.
Yeah.
basically.
yeah. I think I'm good on the Tonson one. So when you pick this up, Machu, let me know how it is compared to the Tonson.
I'll bring it with me next time I see you.
Yeah.
Perfect. Along with a couple other things. So
Mhm.
yeah, it'll be great. All right, Jshot, what are your thoughts?
My knowledge of Dragon Ball is about as far as Machu going to get the Dragon Balls to bring Mario back. So I think this is going to be a pass on. for me.
But I do that every
Really?
other week.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I don't DBZ. Why has he got two different hair colors? I don't know. So,
Fair enough.
that's my
Chamba.
question.
I think it looks great. A lot of the obviously, I mean, they just jacked what Bandai did as far as the engineering and whatnot, and it's not. He's not even expensive. This thing is like $37 shipped on like AliExpress, so not a problem. At least for me, anyways. But it's tempting at this point. Like I don't buy third-party Dragon Ball stuff because at this point it's like Bandai's eventually gonna get to it, and I'm in no rush.
You're too good.